So today we are reviewing the Acmee ACMEE MF01 digital audio player. This actually looks bigger than it is sort of in my hand, but you can kind of see. Not too big. It's made of aluminum. It's very solid. The back panel can come off and you can get into the operational amplifier in the back. I'll get into that in a minute. It's got this excellent rotary dial, which you can hear that. High quality, super high quality. You can click it as well. It's got a couple of front buttons here, iPod style. Got your USB-C charger, you got your SD card, and you can plug in, headphones, non-balanced, just single-headed, and it's got a line out. That's what that is, line out. So the way this works is we hold the center button and it's closed. So it's off, and then we will turn it on, just hold the center button. See something like that, and you can see how fast it starts. That's like 2 seconds. Pretty nice. It's got a menu, so hit the M. Here's the menu, and we'll go down. So music list is your list, I believe, of folders. Marker list is if you make some kind of playlist. Cycle is like random, next track, things like that, your type of play. Settings does, I'll get into that in a minute. Scan music scans all the stuff on the SD card. Oops. And you can delete files. I don't know why the hell they put that in there. It's a gotcha. We'll go into the settings. And so we have like the turn off time, sleep time, things like that, brightness. This has got a dual AK DAC, and it's got a Muse 02 operational amplifier. So it's got some really high quality hardware in here. So this style thing changes the AK DAC's filters. So sharp, slow, and I cannot really hear these. My favorite usually is SD slow for most devices, so I'll just leave it there. Can't really hear it. Car mode, not really sure. Boot lock, don't know. USB DAC, so you click that on and you plug this into a computer, it turns up as a sound device, but I haven't got it to work on Windows. Plug it into Linux, I believe it worked. Not really sure what the deal is. I'm not really planning on using this as a PC DAC, so seek speed, you can fast forward, rewind in files. Autoplay as you turn it on, yes or no. And okay, so that's changing your language, which by the way, you'll have to do. This comes in Chinese, you need to change this into English. And you can update the device itself. It looks like Acmee does in fact have updates on their website. There's been maybe like 4 since it came out, just because it's got the latest version. So if I go back, okay, so menu, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, go back, 1, 2, 3, enter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how you're going to tap that. That's going to change that from English to Chinese. Maybe that'll help. So anyway, let's go back to the music. Hit play. You can kind of see how that looks. Fast forward, just hold that down, fast forwards. Go back. That takes you up to sort of the index of tracks. So the big gotcha with this thing is the thing will not read subfolders. So as most people do, they put their music on their computer in, say, like a genre folder, say like rock and roll. Within that folder you have, say, AC/DC, and within that folder you say you have some albums. Well, it's only going to read the first level of folders, so that's a problem, because you can't just copy your music to an SD card and shove it in this thing. It ain't going to read most of it. Well, any of it. So you got to take all your actual folders out of your subfolders and stick them in the root of this thing. I am really hoping they update the firmware to fix that problem. I may have overlooked something, but that's what I've been noticing. Other than that, if you can get around that particular issue, just the fact that it's so small and portable, it's like a quick on-the-go type of device, maybe that doesn't matter that much. To me, it's not super important. I don't intend to stick my whole archive on here and use it, although who knows. But as far as the audio quality goes, the audio quality on this thing is fantastical. It's excellent. It's probably about as good as it gets. It's pretty much similar to most other high-end devices. It is not similar to this in terms of the low end. This is the X Duo 05 Plus. The low end on the Acmee is more refined. The high end is more velvety. Velvety. It's not quite as extended on both ends of the spectrum as, say, like the X Duo, but what that ends up sounding like is more musical. It puts the focus on the meat of the music, which is more in the middle rather than the extended ends. Some people like those extended ends more than the middle. I personally like the big picture to be coherent, and so to me this sounds more coherent than the X Duo on some devices. So for instance, the Blondes and this guy, match made in heaven, sound perfect. Bass is extremely tight, tighter than, say, like the ES100 slightly. It is definitely more powerful than the ES100 or a phone. You can get this thing to blast your eardrums out. The Muse 02 Opamp, to me, sounds slightly more refined than this. I can't even exactly put that into words why, but it does sound more refined. It's more coherent slightly. It's definitely more, maybe it's just the more power. Both of these are dual AKs. I believe this is a dual AK as well, DAC. So what I'm trying to get to, I think, is that this device should work with just about anything as you would expect. It doesn't have any audio signature anomalies, whereas, to be honest with you, this X Duo does not quite sound like other things I've heard, and that's a benefit for some IEMs and a detriment for others. You can, I think I said this before, but you can pull the back off this and get to the op amp. It's socketed, so you can just pop that out, pop that right into whatever you want, pop something else in there. I did take the X Duo's TI op amp and put it into this, and it pretty much made it sound exactly like the X Duo. So the sound of these devices, when they do have an op amp, to me is the op amp and not the DAC. That's just what I hear. Battery life is around, it's really good. It's 12 hours-ish. I really haven't ran out during an entire day, and then I charge it, so fantastic. And I do believe if you were to hit someone in the head with this, you would kill them. It's quite solid. It is strong, sturdy, looks cool. Kind of unique build quality, really. So for $100, would I recommend it? I'm gonna have to say no. The reason being, they need to fix the subfolder problem. I think most people are not quite as easygoing in terms of that as I am, and they would probably get really annoyed by that, and if this is only your only device, that's gonna suck. So need to fix that, but sound quality is freaking great on this. So yeah, fantastic sound quality. Functionality is not wonderful. I think that I do believe Acmee's going to fix this, actually. And the reason is they do have updated firmwares on their website, and they've been updating it about every half a month. So I'm going to try and send them a message and see if I can get them to figure out what I'm saying in English. We'll see. Anyways, you can get this from Linsole, $100, like 95, and for a single device, pretty cool. So have a great day.